Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Weather Central forecast. To be having a fantastic day. In today's forecast, we will be going over some multiple severe weather outbreaks that are possible to occur into next week. Now, I do want to emphasize the word possible. We're not 100% sure, but we do have somewhat of enough confidence to just mention the topic because there is a chance indicated by models that we could be looking at a couple possible outbreaks. However, like I said, it's possible, not likely right now, but I do expect over the next couple of days, if we start to see some consistency within the models, to start getting a little bit more confidence that this will occur. However, my confidence in this event is relatively low right now. So before we start off with this forecast, I would like to start off with a disclaimer that these forecasts are my opinion. They are based off of model guidance and past occurrences of weather. For the most accurate and up-to-date weather, please consult your local National Weather Service office, as it will have more accurate and up-to-date information than I will on these major United States weather events, just like this one does have the possibility to become. I hope you guys do enjoy this forecast. Let's go ahead and go over to my outlook, my preliminary outlook for this system. So here's what I'm thinking right now in terms of where we could see the worst severe weather. You can see we also do have a heat portion to this event as well. I do think, especially within this yellow, we're going to be seeing some very, very hot temperatures exceeding 100, more specifically down into South Carolina and Georgia, as I will be showing on the models. But right now, the biggest area of concern here that we're going to watch for severe weather is this pink region here, as we do have CAPE in excess of 5,000 joules per kilogram in some areas. No, I did not, say that wrong. 5,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE. That is a severe weather outbreak and a half for you. And as we're starting, get those very warm temperatures, as we are into late spring and we're about to get to summer over the next couple weeks, I'm expecting that we're going to start seeing a lot more CAPE events. As like I said, we're going to be getting a lot more warmer temperatures to increase the instability within the atmosphere. You can see here, though, in this red is where there's some chance of severe weather. Now, this is a little bit different scale than what mine usually are. Usually, this red is a general thunderstorm risk, but for this video, it is a slight chance that you could possibly be seeing some severe weather. Not sure the exact hazard type. Going into this maroon is where you have the potential for all hazards. However, you're going to stay more on that hail and wind threat. But like I said, this area in pink is the area for concern right now. Now, this is almost guaranteed to change within the next couple of days, as we do get a lot more consistency within models, and the exact placement is sort of determined. Right now, though, this is where the models are pinpointing the worst severe weather. Now, that is all hazards possible: damaging tornadoes, straight line wind damage, and large hail. However, like I said, the placement is going to change. We're not exactly sure if this event will even pan out and exact locations, but like I said, it is a possibility, and I did want to emphasize this just in case we do start to see consistency. I just have some time to warn you guys before we're actually going to start digging into that. So who knows? By tomorrow, this video could not even, like, an update to this forecast might not even be needed as models change. Right now, like I said, this is a possibility. Going into our day one 4-panel outlook for today, we can see we do have a slight risk issued into portions of the Central Plains there. Is where we also do have a 5% tornado risk outlining that. Even into portions of Three Lakes, Wisconsin, up into portions of northeastern Iowa as well, seeing a 2% tornado risk. And then down to the Gulf there, we're also seeing a 2% risk. Wind seems to line up into portions of Tornado Alley / the Plains here. For portions of New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, and South Dakota, we have a significant hail probability of 15%. Now, that means that hail could be 2 inches or greater in diameter, which is more than enough to really damage homes, livestock, and your house. Your cars. I already said your house. So like I said, be on the watch today for some strong hail in that region. And like I said, we do have 3 areas of tornado probabilities. So just stay weather aware. Now, it's going to be an isolated tornado threat. It's more likely going to be concentrated over here. But if you guys are within these 2 regions as well, don't be surprised if you guys do get some very strong thunderstorms and or an isolated tornado warning. That is not to be ruled out. However, like I said, doesn't seem too likely. Going into our day 2 4-panel outlook, we can see quite a bit of wide general thunderstorm regions here for portions of over 2/3 of the United States. We do have a marginal outlining some of the same general areas as today. However, our slate is a lot more predominant throughout portions of the southern plains into the Four Corner states, all the way up through portions of the Midwest as well. We do have a 2%, and that is almost taking that path of that slight risk there. We can see for our wind outlook, a 5 in this green here, and then a 15% in that yellow, which that is wind damage to houses, just wind damage to anything in general, I guess I should say. And our hail outlook looks to take the exact same path here. 15% chance of hail damage here within this yellow and the 5 in the green. We're not at a significant risk, so that is good. So it just looks like to be 15% of hail chance, and it's not looking to be any massive hail. However, we can't really rule that out. And then this is our day 3 categorical outlook. Now, we don't go into the 4-panel. We don't get, the tornado probability, hail probability, and wind probability with the day 3. But what we do get is we get a categorical and a probabilistic. Now, you can see right now, day 3, we're having some sort of interest within portions of the north here, as well as for portions off to the Great Lakes, even into the northeast as well, down through portions of Texas. Once again, Texas, I feel like this general area is really starting to spark up in severe weather here, as they have been having sort of a drought in sort of severe weather previous into like early spring. Now, obviously, we did see a big event down here last week, and I expect this pattern to continue a little bit, and this pattern is even going to shift off east, where we're going to be looking at our severe weather for this region. So anyways, our biggest area for concern right now for day 3 is portions of the north there. However, I will be making more forecasts on this, as this still is 3 days out. Things are likely to change, exact placement and whatnot. Our probabilities here, we have a 15% probability. Now, we don't know exactly what hazard that is. That's most likely going to be hail and or wind. Then we have a 5 outlining that into the portions that were in that marginal risk. That even includes portions of the northeast. So now we're going on to our possible severe weather event here. Now, what we're seeing here is this is about 108 hours out. You guys can see after that F, whatever that number is, that's approximately how much hours out this is. So this is approximately, let's give it 5 days, I'm pretty sure is how much that would be. So we're seeing a good amount of CAPE lining up throughout portions of the central United States, where we're seeing an excess of 2,000 joules per kilogram within portions of central Kansas there. Moving this on, you can see we get a high concentration. Now, what we're going to be seeing over the next couple of runs is just a continuous high concentration of CAPE within this area in this box here. And it's just going to continuously, after it moves off, it'll move back down, back to where there's, all of that perimeters that will really allow that instability to stay there. Then we're going to get another boost of instability that will spark off another event. Then that's going to go away. Then we're going to get another one. Like I said, you guys will see that here. We're seeing almost over 3,500 joules per kilogram within portions north and east of Wichita, Kansas there. As we move this on, you can see we're getting an excess of 4,500 joules per kilogram of CAPE within portions of Wichita, Kansas. That is a very populated area, and that is very scary to see right now. But we are 129 hours out, so things are likely to change within the next couple of days. However, we are going to want to keep this area out for watch here. We're seeing even down to the Ozarks, you could see even an excess of 2,500 joules per kilogram. And we're still seeing almost probably 5,000 joules per kilogram centralized in this pink/purple there. Obviously, it's more pink as you get into the center of that. Then it really starts to die off a little bit. We're still seeing a very, very high concentration, to say the least, up into portions of northeastern Kansas. There's still a lot of CAPE to work with off to the east as well. Now, what we're really going to see here is it's going to transfer off to the Ozarks into Missouri. We're going to see a big spark within this area here. We're seeing an excess of 3,000 joules per kilogram plus. And we're even seeing possibly 5,500 joules per kilogram south and east of Wichita, Kansas there, just north and west of Tulsa. And that's really staying predominant over here. This area in this box for sure is a big area of concern over the next couple of days here. We're seeing a big widespread area of 4,500 joules per kilogram plus of CAPE. Now, that is more enough to support very large hail if those lapse rates line up, very large damaging tornadoes, obviously. When we saw that El Reno tornado, I believe we had 5,500 joules per kilogram, maybe even 6,000. Not really too sure, but that was one of the biggest tornadoes ever recorded in EF5. Big tornado. And this has somewhat similar perimeters. Now, I haven't taken a look at Shear and Storm Felicity, which it probably isn't quite there yet, as the SPC hasn't issued a long-range outlook yet, so confidence is still relatively low. However, seeing this widespread amount of instability this far out is really concerning, like I said. We'll see. I just wanted to show this even as well. As this cape really moves off, this is hour 270, so things are, this almost probably won't happen at this point, but we're looking at a possibly a nor'eastern severe weather event type here. So we're really going to want to keep an eye out on this for sure. So here we are looking at our temperatures that will occur throughout this event. We can see off the portions of the mid-Atlantic down to the south, we're seeing some very, very warm temperatures. More highest concentration of temperatures will be off the portions of Florida into South Carolina southward. And we're still seeing within portions that could be affected with our severe weather event, we're seeing 80s and even possibly 80s isolated throughout portions of the Ozarks as well. Moving this on, we can see very, very warm temperatures here. You can see Virginia Beach only around 85-ish, but getting down south, you're seeing 90s, 96 down into portions of Tallahassee, Florida, and 96s, even up to isolated amounts of 100-degree temperatures possible within portions of Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Still widespread upper 80s within portions of Arkansas, Missouri, into portions of eastern Oklahoma. Moving this on even more, you can see we're getting quite a bit of a cool down up here. We're only seeing 70s off to portions of the mid-Atlantic where we did see some very, very warm temperatures, but still very, very warm temperatures down to the south. We're seeing a widespread area of 80-degree plus temperatures where we're seeing possibly 90s down here into portions of the Ozarks where we're going to see very high instability, as well as for portions of Oklahoma and Texas and even Kansas where we're seeing that very high instability. And you can see right here, it's even showing already 103-degree temperatures possible within portions of portions of eastern New Mexico there, and just widespread 90s within our area for concern right now. So this is going to be something that we're going to want to monitor very, very closely. Now, like I said, there's likely going to be changes to my forecast as we get closer to this event, so please stay up to date on my forecast. Like I said, things are likely to change. Thank you guys so much for watching this forecast, and I'll see you guys in the next one.